What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So, undefeated, undisputed, lightweight world champion, superstar boxer, Devin the Dream Haney, 29 wins, no loss, no draw, 15 wins by way of knockout, 23 years of age, 5'9.5" with a 72-inch arm reach. He taunts his upcoming opponent, possibly, and a guy he's been looking to fight for quite some time, in two-time Olympic gold medalist, 3-division world champion, former unified lightweight world champion, Ukrainian superstar boxer, VASILY Lomachenko, who is now 17 wins, 2 losses, no draws, 11 wins by way of knockout. He is 34 years of age, 5'6", with a 66-inch arm reach. VASILY Lomachenko, he made his ring return this past Saturday night, Madison Square Garden, New York, against undefeated lightweight star title contender in Jermaine Ortiz. Okay, so VASILY Lomachenko, he fought Jermaine Ortiz this past Saturday. Lackluster performance on the part of VASILY Lomachenko, but it had a lot to do with Jermaine Ortiz, who's young, you know. He's 20. Jermaine Ortiz is 28 years of age, 5'8" with a 68-inch arm reach. Okay, young, strong, hungry fighter, right? Excuse me, he's 26 years of age, and he gave Lomachenko tons and tons of problems with Devin Haney sitting ringside. Okay, so Devin Haney was sitting ringside. Devin Haney, he's been looking and seeking out to fight VASILY Lomachenko since 2018. Right, that's 4 years now. He's been looking to make that fight happen with himself and VASILY Lomachenko, right? Lomachenko, he ended up losing. We know he lost his second fight of his career to Orlando Salido, okay? But then he ended up losing to TR0LLS, right? And then, you know, he had 2 bounce-back fights, Richard Coleman and then Nakatani and then Richard Coleman, should I say. You know, and he looked spectacular. And everybody blamed the loss to TR0LLS. They blamed that loss on a shoulder injury, which I didn't see a shoulder injury hinder him from throwing his punches or look any different other than looking uncomfortable with the style, the size, the athletic ability of TR0LLS. And when he lost to Orlando Salido, they made tons of excuses, say Orlando Salido was roughhousing him, using dirty tactics, using low blows, right? That's why he lost to Orlando Salido, and he was still, you know, it was only his second fight of his career. So there's always an built-in excuse as to why VASILY Lomachenko lost to Orlando Salido. TR0LLS, who had 15 fights in total, 1 title fight at 23 years of age, okay? There's a reason why he lost that fight, and it was because of his shoulder. When he lost to Orlando Salido, like I said, he wasn't experienced enough, right? But he was 26 years of age. Arguably, everybody raved about how he had the greatest amateur record of anybody in the history of the sport of boxing. And yet, the first thing they tell you is that, you know, he wasn't prepared and he wasn't ready, you know, for Orlando Salido, okay? So Jermaine Ortiz, he came into this fight, 16 wins, no losses, 1 draw, okay? 26 years of age, 5'8" with a 69-inch arm reach, okay? Now, here's the thing, right, about Orlando Salido, right? Again, another fighter with 17 total fights, Orlando Salido. 17 total fights in his career. TR0LLS, 15 total fights. Jermaine Ortiz, okay, Jermaine Ortiz, total of 17 fights in his career, right? TR0LLS, total of 15 fights. These are young dudes. Lomachenko is 8 years older than Jermaine Ortiz, right? More experience. Jermaine Ortiz was dominating the first half of this fight, and he arguably won this fight 7 rounds to 5, okay? 7 rounds to 5, I gave this fight to Jermaine Ortiz. And it could have been wider. At the very worst, it should have been a draw, right? But nonetheless, one judge saw it 117-111. Seeing Lomachenko win a landslide, not even a close competitive fight. He won a landslide. I don't know what that judge was watching, but I do know what he was thinking, right? And with that said, Devin Haney gets in the ring. He was ringside. That's the fight Devin Haney wanted, right? Devin Haney was Lomachenko's mandatory after Lomachenko beat Olympic gold medalist, southpaw, British star, lightweight title contender Luke Campbell, okay? Luke Campbell, it's important to note, is about 5'10", 5'10" and a half with a 72-inch arm reach. Southpaw, awkward, right? Boxer, Olympic gold medalist, big, right? Devin Haney was supposed to get that opportunity because Lomachenko was already a unified champion, and he shouldn't have been able to fight for a vacant WBC title that was vacated by 4-division world champion Mexican superstar boxer Mikey Garcia. Nonetheless, he got the opportunity over Devin Haney. Devin Haney was supposed to be his mandatory. He maneuvered around that, petitioned WBC to be franchised, and then again, like I said, he went on to fight TR0LLS after that, right? So Devin Haney gets in the ring, ringside. He's ringside, he gets in the ring after the fight. And the first thing Lomachenko says is that Devin Haney is not a lightweight, he's a heavyweight. He's a heavyweight. He's not a lightweight, it's a heavyweight. This is a heavyweight, right? So clearly, you know, he's sizing Devin Haney up. Then he said, oh, I'll be ready, I'll be ready. But then his team is saying, well, you know, we're gonna make sure we're 100% prepared for Devin Haney, and we got to prepare as best as possible. Now, when he saw Luke Campbell face to face, he never said Luke Campbell was a heavyweight. Never ever mentioned Luke Campbell as being a heavyweight. Nonetheless, he said Devin Haney is a heavyweight, right? Okay, cool. Devin Haney now is trolling Vasily Lomachenko, right? And taunting Lomachenko. So now he's taking pictures eating donuts and eating pizza. The fight was here in New York, so Devin Haney was here eating pizza. Then he went and ate a chopped cheese from the bodega, the corner stores here in New York, right? And he's taking pictures with eating the food, and he's saying, am I a heavyweight or am I a lightweight, right? Obviously, that was a built-in excuse. I told you guys, when legendary promoter, top-ranked CEO Bob Arum, he stated, you know, well, after this fight, when asked if you're going to fight Devin Haney next, is that the plan? He says, before he even fights Jermaine Ortiz, well, we got to make sure that Lomachenko's mentally prepared and ready to fight Devin Haney after this fight. So everybody was overlooking Jermaine Ortiz after the weigh-in. I said, I think Jermaine Ortiz is going to give Lomachenko some problems, and I think this could possibly be, you know, maybe even an upset alert, right? Now, I still was picking Lomachenko, but I thought maybe this could be some problems, right? And Jermaine Ortiz gave him problems. He studied clearly the fight Lomachenko had with TR0LLS. He clearly understood that fight. He clearly took that blueprint from TR0LLS and he inserted it. He too, well, TR0LLS didn't really run out of gas in the second half, but TR0LLS, you know, did in the 8th, 9th, 10th, and 11th round. He changed his game plan up, and he was being flat-footed, standing right in front of Lomachenko. And I thought Lomachenko won every single one of those rounds. TR0LLS was flat-footed and non-aggressive and standing in a shoulder roll stance like he was Floyd Mayweather, trying to sit down on all his punches. Lomachenko won every single one of those rounds, and you didn't see no indication that Lomachenko had a shoulder injury and would require shoulder surgery immediately, and it was hindering him and his game plan at that point in time. You saw no indications of that in the 8th, 9th, 10th, and 11th round. But when TR0LLS clearly dominated the other rounds, including the 12th round where he looked like he was on the verge of stopping Lomachenko, right? Everybody's talking about the shoulders injury. Nonetheless, you know, Jermaine Ortiz followed the same blueprint, and it looked like the same fight. And now he had the shoulder surgery, okay? He had the shoulder surgery now, and yet it still looked like a carbon copy of the TR0LLS fight. Even TR0LLS, after the fight, uttered the same sentiments when he said, you know, this dude must have been studying my tape against Lomachenko for years, for a very long time, because he looked like me fighting Lomachenko, and that's exactly what he did. And TR0LLS thought Jermaine Ortiz won the fight as well, but his reasoning is that the politics gave it to Lomachenko because they want Lomachenko to fight Devin Haney, and they want Devin Haney to beat Lomachenko. but that's because of his rivalry with Devin Haney. So it looked like a carbon copy, and he had his shoulder surgery. And when he fought against Nakatani, who's flat-footed, who's stationary, who's predictable, who, what I always say, Lomachenko has the advantage. He's a front runner. When he has the hand speed and foot speed advantage over his opponent, that's when he looks like the Matrix, right? Of course he's going to look like the Matrix because they can't physically keep up with him with the hand speed and the foot speed. Not to mention, he already has a very, very high ring IQ, okay? So, and he's a southpaw, so he's accurate and he's experienced. So when you factor in he's going to have the foot speed advantage and the hand speed advantage, he's going to outclass him. That's when he's quote-unquote labeled the Matrix. But when Shakur Stevenson does it, he's considered to be boring, and when everybody wants him to step on the gas. And when Devin Haney does it, the same response, right? But when Lomachenko does it, he looks like the Matrix, right? But when Lomachenko's matched against somebody that can keep up with him athletically, with hand speed and foot speed, size and strength, and can box, well, then he suddenly don't look like the Matrix. Like he didn't look like the Matrix against Orlando Salido with his roughhouse tactics. He didn't look like the Matrix against Teofimo Lopez or Jermaine Ortiz, right? He looked like the Matrix against Richard Coleman, former IBF lightweight title holder, champion, star boxer, because Richard Coleman is a flat-footed power fighter. He's not a pure boxer, and he's not very quick and athletic. He has a lot of power, and he's strong, but he's not very athletic. He doesn't have very fast hands or fast feet. Neither Nakatani, stationary target. So, of course, when after the shoulder surgery, he looked, everybody said, well, now he looks back to his old self because he had the shoulder surgery. If he had the shoulder surgery before Teofimo Lopez, this is how he would have looked. Well, now we saw him in there with somebody that resembles Teofimo Lopez, and it looked like the same old Lomachenko against Teofimo Lopez. So with that said, Devin Haney is trolling Lomachenko. Looks like they're looking to make this fight. Lomachenko stated that he knows Devin Haney is the clear A side, that everything has to go in favor of Devin Haney. He's the undisputed champion. He's undefeated. He's the A side. And so it's not going to be hard to negotiate. Well, let's see how that unfolds and plays out. Well, Devin Haney taking pictures, eating pizza and donuts, eating chopped cheese here in New York, and taunting Lomachenko, letting him know. And Devin Haney, he told him, I'm going to show you in the ring. Well, Devin Haney also stated, they ain't going to give me my credit. They're going to say I was too big. That's exactly what they're going to say. They're going to say one or two things. Lomachenko was suddenly old, right? Or they're going to tell you that Devin Haney was just simply too big. He's not going to get the credit he deserved for beating Lomachenko, period. So let's see how this unfolds when this fight is going to take place. I heard rumblings that it could take place in as early as March. Okay, so maybe even February is what I'm hearing. So let's see how this unfolds and plays out. Lomachenko said he wants time to get ready for Devin Haney, so that could stretch out the time frame when it happens next. But I know Devin Haney is not eager to you know, time is not on his side with sticking around at 135. So Devin Haney wants to get it on and over with as soon as possible. He'll be 24 this next month, November. So and he already stated that it's difficult for him to make 135 pounds. So with that, you factor in those two things. Devin Haney wants this fight with Lomachenko to happen as soon as possible. So let's see when it plays out. But that's all I got for y'all. Make sure you hit the like button. Drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue, Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon to get all the new notifications. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. Y'all already know what it is. Shout out to the entire LDBC. Shout out to Black Media Row. Make sure you like and share these videos. That's all I got for y'all. Peace.